Oh, snap. What's that you got on?
Yo, these new R.1s by Randy.
I'm in the future with this. I'm stepping on top of the world. These are the new R.1s by Rampage. Order right now. Land to land, sea to sea, state to state. These are official. Don't wait. The R.1s by Rampage. Rated R Empire. Yep.
Hey, get your pair right now by going into the description box and clicking the link at the top line of the description box. Tell them your boy Old God and Sandman from the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast sent you.
When I was representing them, when they moved here to Birmingham from Louisiana, Robert Viles, who's now, he's been with the NCAA forever now, but work with the SWAC, man, and that brand is synonymous, and people have to look at the fact that, the SWAC was around before Deion Sanders, and Deion, yes, he brought a lot of attention, but you have to look at it from the standpoint when these guys take coaching positions, they're in it to market themselves. They're not in it to stay with you forever, right. And you also have to look at it. It's about money. It's about, you don't get into, becoming a football coach to say, I want to stay stagnant at a certain level. Now, I know people are upset because they're saying, well, hey, he stated God sent him here. Well, God sends you places, and also God tells you it's time to leave. So, you have to look at it from each regard, and what Jackson State has to look at. Jackson State was the name when Tom Joyner had the Tom Joyner Morning Show, and his late brother Al Joyner, and we were all friends because they're all from here. They're from Tuskegee, Alabama, which is far away from Birmingham. But Al bought all the McDonald's. And he became the largest African-American McDonald's owner in the country. And he put them all in Jackson, and which helps the institution out a lot. So Deion brought the notoriety there. And what Jackson has to do now is ride their wave. If you did not utilize the way Deion used Jackson, you were supposed to use Deion. And you should have gotten some of those Aflac sponsors where he's doing the commercials with Saban. You should have gotten them to dump millions of dollars into your program, into your institution. So that's my opinion on it. But I love to give it. Deion is he's doing he's doing the same thing that white coaches and coaches do when they coach college. They want to get to the NFL one day.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's eventually the pipeline he's trying to go to, like college and into NFL?
Look, there's definitely a pipeline. Would I have gone? I don't know if you saw what the athletic director said for Colorado. We're trying to get up the money. Like we don't have the money, but we're trying. Like hold up, this Deion Sanders. Now here's the question: would you be trying to get up the money if it was a white coach?
Great question.
So that's the question. We've never heard an athletic director of any major collegiate institution say we're trying to get up the money.
Mm-hmm.
So, these schools got private planes. You didn't bring him here. You didn't bring him to you to negotiate on a commercial airline. You sent a private jet to get him.
Mm-hmm.
So you could send a private jet to get him from Jackson to Colorado, where the price of jet fuel is at an all-time high. You're not sending a prop plane to get him. You're not sending a citation to get him. You're sending him a Gulfstream 4, which is probably costing you $30,000 to $40,000 one way to fly him there, not counting the landing fees, and you got to pay for the pilot and the co-pilot. So you're out of pocket one way, probably $50,000. So you're gonna put this man on a plane, and you do a press conference and say, "Well, we're still trying to come up with the money." That lets you know how they really feel about Deion, and Deion needs to take that into account. Sometimes it looks inviting, and you're using this as an opportunity to get to the next level, but are they using this as an opportunity to tear down your brand and your reputation so you don't get to Florida State? You don't get to coach a big-time school. We saw what they did at Auburn to Cadillac Williams, Cardinal Williams. Now, they let him come in after you fire the coach, and then you let him come in when the season is almost over and expect him to pull a miracle out of his hat when that's not his coaching staff. But then you said, well, okay, we gave a black man a shot to be a interim head coach, but now we're going to bring in a new coach and we're going to just keep him on the staff. Well, he's not a part of that new coach regime. So, we have to be careful. Deion would have been more marketable and profitable because, man, guys like your shows, they were coming to Jackson, highlighting HBCUs, man, and giving us the media attention that we have never, ever gotten. And here's the problem that I see with this. How many players are Deion going to take away from Jackson and take them to Colorado and hurt that program?
A lot of them.
A lot. Because they don't fed into Snoop coming to the campus. They don't fed into all of that hype that they got, the celebrity attention, the YouTubers. And now those players, they drank the Kool-Aid. And now they figure that if I ride this magic carpet with Deion, I'm going to get to the pros. Deion could have said, I'm going to stay with Jackson. I'm going to ride this thing out with Jackson, bring millions and millions of dollars, and then bring more millions to myself. And then what I'm going to do is try to become, if I don't ever get to a Florida State, I'm going to use Jackson to get to the NFL. Now, that's how you highlight HBCUs and you make us marketable. I'm a product of HBCU, so, I represented my alma mater for 18 years, Miles College, man. So I know we got to go and get started. At the end of the day, now these players, when you go to these campuses, man, if you ever get to go to any of them, you see these players, man, driving some of the most exquisite cars now. I worked in the news business for ABC and Fox for 12 years. And, man, I used to get to cover NFL games, but a lot of college games. And these athletes were driving those cars, and it was all flashy then because you had the boosters taking care of them and their families, and they was funneling money that way. But now it's open season now. So I feel like Deion really, he should have been committed, in my opinion. Give him 5 years, man. And, if you gave him 5 years, it wasn't going to hurt him because he's Deion Sanders. He's prime time. That's not Jackson elevated Deion's brand because think about it. Deion wasn't on anybody's ESPN talk show. Like Shannon Sharp. He wasn't doing that. Nobody was coming saying we're going to have Deion on the show. They weren't looking at Deion as that type of marketable individual. So that already shows you if you Deion Sanders, the last thing I remember Deion had was a reality show. So whoever your agent is, y'all came up with this grandiose ideas. Let's use HBCUs. And so that's what you did. But you didn't stay so was your heart really in it to be at the HBCU? And I remember just 2-3 weeks ago, they started talking about the graduation rate of these black players under Deion. Since when we've ever heard them talking about the graduation rate and it is at a low when it comes to a college football player?
Never.
They're already lining it up to taint your brand and your image. So what is Colorado going to do? The minute you can't produce, Colorado don't care about Snoop. They don't care about those YouTubers coming to the campus. They care about winning. And are you going to create that bison energy? It's going to be exciting the first season, but then when you have a losing season, what's going to happen? Because Colorado, man, I'm telling you, nobody wants to go to Colorado and play ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So
many other things to do in Colorado, but playing ball ain't one of them. That's why they ain't winning.
Ball ain't in Colorado, and think about it. How many scouts are coming to Colorado State?
Not many.
I'm just saying. So Deion got to understand, man. Sometimes it's set up to make sure you never get an opportunity at a Florida State. To make sure that you never get to the NFL and coach. That's look, you look at the assistant defensive coach for San Francisco. Can't think of his name.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
D'Amico Ryans?
Yep.
D'Amico's from Bessemer, Alabama, where I grew up. We played at the same high school together.
Okay.
I'm much older than D'Amico. D'Amico every year has a football camp here. And, they're talking about D'Amico and put him in the conversation. But will D'Amico ever get that shot to be a head coach? And, D'Amico does a lot over here in Bessemer. And I grew up in Bessemer, the projects, man, Bessemer is considered the Compton of Alabama. It's tough. It's where Gucci Mane is from, Bessemer. Tough area, man. And when I played ball in '92, we won the state championship with Jesse Lanier. Our offensive and defensive line was the largest line in any line in the NFL. And we produced out of Bessemer, man, some great, Bo Jackson came out of Bessemer.
Wow.
Out of Martintown in Bessemer. So, and my best friend, I grew up in the project with Bo Jackson, his cousin. But, Bo did a lot, coming out. But, look, man, when they want to tarnish our image, they give us this magic carpet ride of saying, okay, I'm going to send you here so you don't ever get here.
Yeah.